What the fuck happened there? Anyway, we're back. Computer's having all kinds of fucking issues today. Don't care. We're gonna do this. Okay, so what we're doing here? We got these. Okay, so door. We're doing doors. Door. Yeah, I'm still not keeping up with Game of Thrones. Sorry, guys. A friend of mine was like, "You need to watch Game of Thrones." I was like, "Oh, I don't have time." And she was pretty adamant about it. So now I'm watching fucking Game of Thrones. I'm still like on season 1, episode like 8. The drama's too real. I had to take a nap. All right, so door's gonna be tiny. This is a 1-level house. Let's get some perspective here. Let's bring in a window. Whoa, don't want to grab from my plate here. Ooh, I like that kind of canted angle. Let's see here. I like that. Good size for a door. All right. I think realistically, this is going to be pretty... It's still pretty large. All right. Let's keep it. So we want to keep this kind of concept of an unrealistic shape. Let's do something like this. And we can even add like a little doorway here in a second. Something cool. It's something that light will reflect off of. Just give it kind of an eerier look. Again, we want bottom small, top up. That's why we like to fuck. Sorry for anyone watching this in a corporate setting. In hindsight, you should be working. Also, fuck you on your corporate setting. Let's see. Bring this wheel. Bring this down. Bring this down here. We're going to grab this top piece here. We'll scoot it in. Grab it. We're going to lift up and really extend the sides here. And forward. We want this to be kind of a nice little dome piece. And we're going to follow the same shape process as the other ones here. So we're going to grab these. We're going to grip it and rip it, son. If anyone ever asks you what that means, she's too young for you, bro. Let's see. It's good like that. Grab this and we're going to really... Ooh, too much. Wrong key. There we go, and... I want to keep both sides of this because we may use it for other shit that we may need 2 sides for. I mean, I doubt it. And we may not, just depending on how the door looks, but fuck it. I'll bring this in. And I want the doorway to be... have a cool kind of design. So let's add one edge loop right down the center. And the big takeaway from this is that we're making, again, fuck, let me try this way first. We're making pieces that could be used over and over again to accomplish kind of a final design. So as you're following along and maybe doing your own, you don't have to do what I'm doing, but just keep in mind where we're going with this. That's the whole point here, is we want to keep this in a way that, you know, A, makes sense to the client, and something that saves you time as you're building up these levels. You want to impress. You can add cool shit here and there as they ask for it, but in the meantime, you want to make some cool shit in half the time. Alright. And we'll go through and make some doors and shit. We're just adding the door frame right now. Again, that's an appropriate size, I think. This little roof piece will go. Yeah, it's gonna bother me. Let's go ahead and grab these edges. We're going to stretch them down, bring them in. And we're gonna need, let's see what that looks like. Yeah, it's okay. I mean, it's a door. And we'll add some steps and shit. We'll get creative with some of the things we'll add to it. Some railing, some banisters, some drain pipes. I mean, we're gonna add a lot. We're gonna have a kit basically that we're gonna use to make everything. Okay. So I'm trying to think if I like the doorway there. It doesn't matter. We can delete it. We're just going through and making some little pieces here and there. You know, we're good for right now, I think. We just want the idea to see what it looks like. Trying to visualize these doors. I think what I'm missing here is an actual... And what we can even do is, so we can grab something like this, pull this out, reduce the size of it, and use this as kind of a like a entranceway to give us just that extra little bit of volume. We want as much geometry to play with as possible here. Think of it as Legos. Alright, so we can make this an actual entranceway. And we can add the door to this. And that would make it a little bit more sense, I think. Yeah, I'm just kind of envisioning in my head different little scenarios. Little things we can do. Okay, so now that we have that, we don't have to make this door as stylized. So we want a frame first. Let me think. What'd be really cool, I think, is that we'll make the interior piece here a emissive, and then we'll have these glowing pieces where the doors... So someone's home, but the door's closed. Give it that kind of eerie look. I like that. We'll do that, because I fucking said so. And if you want to do your shit differently, go for it. I don't give a fuck. And you shouldn't either. More of the story is, this is yours. This is why we do this, because we make it whatever we want. Oh wow, I see now I can add more edge loops than the other one. Fuck 2018. I say that, and then I'll probably get a better PC or upgrade, and I'll be like, man, 2018 is fucking dope. Alright, let's grab these faces here without the soft select. Keep the faces together, extrude them in. We're going to extrude them a little higher. And we're just going to extrude them back. We just want the door frame. And we want to pop just a little. Pop a little. Something like that. Yeah. Yeah, I like that. Or do I? Maybe a little more emphasized. Let's grow this. Let's develop the idea here. There we go. Emphasize that a little bit. And I really want these big, powerful pieces here. I want some strong, burly man arms around my pieces. That sounded not how I want it to, but can't take that back. There we go. Maybe too powerful. Okay, let's go with some reference photos here. Let's see what we got. Not Facebook. Not showing you guys that again. Sorry. Let's see here. Let's do a quick little Google search. Enjoy the music while we're looking here. Let's see. Let's see. So we're going to take a note from Tim Burton here. I'm just looking at some images, specifically the Coraline house, because we're going for a shape very similar to this. I'm just seeing how they they made out the door here in their models. And something pretty unique with the Leica company, which is what... See, I like that. There's different layers to it. It actually goes in. Okay, we can do that. So what we'll do is we'll take this out. And so we'll build a full door frame. I think that's the difference. Alright. So we'll take this. And what we'll do here is we'll take these faces back. We will cut some geometry into it, something we can play with. And a little trick here, instead of trying to cut in a doorway, bring out the other pieces, keeps that geometry 10 times better. So you're not getting these kind of overlaps and shit. Is that beveled? What happened here? Oh, it's just smooth. Let's do this. We'll go to surfaces and then, or is it UV? Maybe it's UV. Maybe it's surfaces. I can't quite remember. Maybe it's just mesh display. Ooh. Pardon the edges. Shit. Damn it. We have fucked something up. There we go. I'm not sure why those edges... Maybe it's just because these edges aren't selected. Mesh display, harden edge. Maybe it's these. Not sure. It's weird, but whatever. Okay, well, fuck it. Alright, so now we have this cool kind of doorway thing. We are going to use this as kind of a highlight in the back. So let's make a door that fits in here. Let's see. And we really need a door frame first. Okay, so maybe... And we don't want to bog ourselves down with one issue too much. Let's take this then. Let's bring this down. Well, definitely don't... Oh, I'm attaching the splines. We want to stay on our standard kind of look. We don't want to deviate too far outside of it because, again, we're going to be covering a lot of this with textures and shit. And we don't want to change that. Okay. Let me think. Doorways is always something I've struggled with because I have in my mind like this really cool doorway concept. And every time I implement, I'm like, no, that's dumb. Hate it. Don't know why I chose it. Let's see. I'm just kind of pondering to myself. Okay, let's go back to something even more stylized. So, Nightmare Before Christmas building. And let me just see if I can find a doorway in here somewhere that... Yeah, so he took the same approach. He did just kind of a very simple... I like his texture a lot more, though. Wow, they have some really cool figurines for this. I'm impressed. Okay, so we'll do that. So where everything else is kind of sharp here, I think he contrasts the design of the doorway and everything else. So let's see. I don't know what that means. MST3. Okay. I don't know what that is. Majesty straight. I'm supposed to also be watching